Let's get weird, buddy. Let's get weird.
Guys, where are we?
Well, if there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that it's farthest from.
Welcome to the Outer Rim. Enjoy your stay. Previously on the Nice House on the Lake. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun, and we are back talking comics. More importantly, we're finally back talking the Nice House on the Lake. I know I got really sidetracked because once I get into the X-Men and Wolverine and Gambit stuff, it was hard not to just make all of that as fast as I could. But I fully intended to, and we're back with issue number 2 of the Nice House on the Lake. Now, we covered it pretty well, I think, in the first video. But for anybody that's not caught up, like, what is the Nice House on the Lake? Well, the Nice House on the Lake is a story about a guy named someone named Walter. And Walter has a bunch of friends, and he invites them over to this lake house for the weekend. Get everybody back together, because these are all like high school, college friends. Everybody knows Walter in some way. Some of them know each other more than others. And there's been a couple of like changes made to the list of people that are coming to this thing. And over the course of the time knowing them, one of the characters named Ryan, who opens the first book, talks about how Walter would talk about how about the end of the world. And wouldn't you know it? But Walter's not really he's not a human being, or at least in the sense that we know of. Like, there's things about Walter that are like he's an alien. And outside of this house, everybody's dead. And inside the house, he's given his friends all nicknames and symbols. Ryan is the artist, Nora Jacobs is the writer, David Day is the comedian, Molly Reynolds is the accountant, Veronica Wright is the scientist, Sam Nguyen is the reporter, Arturo Perez is the acupuncturist, Sarah Radness is the consultant, Naya Radia is the doctor, and Rick McEwen is the pianist. Only Walter doesn't have a nickname. And what happens over the course of this story is how they all can't deal with this new situation. Everybody they've ever known is dead. Walter says they are completely safe here. They were specifically chosen, because of their friendship and their closeness to Walter. That's what he says, and it's basically how, these people are in a little snow globe, and what happens when the people reject what's going on, and how they, try to fight back against whatever this is, to try to find out what's going on. Can they escape this place? Is everybody really dead? And that's just, some of the stuff that gets brought up in issue number 1. Each issue starts as a new chapter, and each issue is narrated by one of the characters. So the first issue was from Ryan's perspective. She's the 26-year-old artist that was the kind of last-minute replacement. In the second issue here, we follow Rick McEwen, the pianist. And, I mean, how do you react to this kind of thing? Like, I said, I'm cool with it. I mean, look, I'm not cool with it, but I mean, if I'm one of the people chosen, I'm pretty happy that I'm not dead. I can still be pretty, like I'd be pretty devastated. Sure, I mean, probably have the panic attack of all time, realizing that there's probably only few people in this house that are left of the human race. But I don't know. In the end, I don't know how I deal with it. I can say that now, but anyway, I still say that at this point it's better than being dead. But that you don't have a story. You just have a bunch of people living in a snow globe, probably having the time of their lives. I don't know, but that's yeah, like I said, that's not dramatic. And the end of the first issue is where we're gonna jump in as we read about this. Each issue starts peeling back more and more. And this is not a straightforward like narrative, like where we're just gonna follow some really obvious plot points. Crazy stuff goes on in these 12 issues that are gonna have you wondering what really is, like, we feel like maybe we understand like what's going on for the most part as the reader, as the person looking in on this world, but we don't really know what's going on. Each issue cues us in on more of what's going on. And now that I know that this is going to be like, there's going to be a second series to this, I'm really wondering, uh, yeah, like what is this going to be a true anthology? Like every time there's this nice house on the lake, is that the only like similarity that it's going to have? I don't know. But I think I've already talked more than enough about this, because this is the book that I really feel like I don't, have as much to say about it other than, like recapping some of the mystery and what I think about it every time I talk about this. Because what I do think, I mean, I'll give you my full opinion on that first issue. It's one of the best issues of comics I've ever read. It takes the apocalypse and alien invasion story to a whole new level. The writing is interesting. The characters are all really, you can tell that there's a lot that you're going to find out about all these people and why they're there and why their personalities, like what are their personality types going to say about how they handle the place too. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna jump in right in at the end of the book, and we're gonna just start from there and then go right into issue number 2. Okay, so where we're dropping in to this story is right as Ryan is basically talking about, like, she's figured it out that this has all been manufactured, and that Walter was always talking. He was not talking, just having a conversation about what if the end of the world happened. He was actually asking. So Ryan says, I guess the conversation is over. That look. Like, you got it. You picked. What is she talking about, Walter? Just tell them. Don't pretend. I'm sorry, everyone. You can't leave. What? God, I love the pencil marks and oh God, I love the art in this. There's nowhere for you to leave to. No world to go back to. Not in any way that matters. This house, this lake, the beautiful woods around us, this is what's left. The 7 billion people out there are dead, or they will be dead shortly. What the fuck are you talking about, Walter? This is why I brought you here. I wanted to save you from what my people were going to do to your planet. I'm not going to explain to you what I really am or why this was necessary. I'd rather you all think of me as the man you always knew me to be, your friend. That's why I arranged this. A corner of the world preserved for you to live out the rest of your lives in peace. You won't want for anything here. You have delicious food, alcohol, kayaks, boats, entertainment. You have this incredible house I built just for you, and you have each other. Look at that face of her in the corner, just terrified. But you will never be able to leave. Put the horrors away, open another beer, put on the music, relax. Nothing out there matters to you anymore. You are okay. You are all going to be okay. Ah! Now, I really love looking at this because it's just, first off, it's the way this person just draws, period. But the way that the arm and the fire poker and everything you see, the motion, the movement, you feel it. The way it's just the little splatter that's going off, the shift, it's like it still feels malleable in a way, but not completely just to go through it with that kind of force. Like she did go through his head. It just doesn't matter. What the actual fuck? Yeah, let's see something about your hand here. Oh, shit. I know you're all hurting, but in time you'll see this was the right call. I'll be back every now and then to toast to the old world. Until then, I hope you find it in you to enjoy yourselves. I love you all. Dun, dun, dun. But it's not going to be continued because we're starting right now. Issue number 2. Again, these covers are great. It's a variant cover. Whoops, went too fast. And this is Rick, the pianist. We can see his hair is a lot longer. He looks gruffer. Piano's there. Definitely looks burned, scarred. That first night was hell. I don't know any other word for it. Nobody knew how to react or what to say or do. It was all too fresh for us to even be in denial over what we had been told. I remember Naya shouting instructions to get the first aid kit from her suitcase in our room so she could treat Nora's wrist. I don't remember who actually followed those instructions. I know I should have, but I was numb. Everything felt too close and too far away. I was dizzy and paralyzed to the spot. I thought if I moved, I would throw up. I think part of me was waiting for Walter to come back and tell me it was all a joke, that it had gone too far, that the world hadn't really ended, that we weren't prisoners in this strange house. Look at the face. Like, that's just so, that art, gosh. Walter was always the person I called when I was in trouble, when I was sad in a way I couldn't talk to other people about, even Naya. He'd been the best man at my wedding. He had this intensity to him, and if he looked you in the eyes and told you that you were doing the right thing, you believed him. Or I did anyway. But there was still this, I don't know, this loneliness in him. I kept thinking about this night, our senior year of college. Meanwhile, do you think anybody likes me? That's about right, man. What? I'm serious. Why are you saying that, buddy? I don't know. I'm drunk, I guess. You are definitely drunk. Hey, what's wrong? It's just A lot. There's only a little time left, and I'm not ready. You mean school? Graduation is still like a whole semester away. Yeah, school. And you have a job waiting for you. Do you realize how many people in our class would kill to have that kind of security? Yeah. I love you, buddy. And so does Sarah and David and all your high school friends. When's the last time you called Norm? Yeah, I know. Just don't hate me, okay? No matter what. Even if everybody else does, please don't hate me. I will never hate you, buddy. Always love, okay? Okay. We all knew he loved us. He was practically a joke in our group of friends, like he kept bringing all of these stray dogs home and he promised he'd love each of us equally. When he found another person he connected with, he would love them with every fiber of his being. Sometimes I think that I do that sometimes, where when I get like invested in something, I go in all out. And then there's like a point where it's just like kind of like dulls. And I'll stop and I'll move on to the next thing. And I sometimes feel like that can happen with people, but I think it's less with people and more like things I need to do. But I understand the whole process of like feeling like I think I definitely have done what a little bit of what he's talking about, which is like sometimes, like people can feel like the sun is shining only on them and you're that sun and they're getting all your attention and they feel all of that. And then if you suddenly take that away, that can fuck with people, you know? And then this is just a whole other version of that. He'd find excuses to make contact, to lay his head on your shoulder, to give a hug, even just to sit next to you. And it'd pass in time, and you'd weirdly miss it. I don't know. There was this big part of me that wished it had been someone else, because if we were going to be trapped in that house, I wanted to be trapped with him. I wanted Walter to be there next to me and to put an arm around my shoulder and hug me a little and acknowledge how fucking scary this all was. There's a part of me that still wants that. Okay. The house log, transcript, living room, kitchen, night 1. Did he just fucking disappear? What the fuck? This isn't real. This isn't fucking real. Molly, I just want you to want to wake up. What the fuck was that? How the fuck did he do that? You need to calm down. We need to approach this. No fucking listen. He just blew Nora's arm up with his brain and then fucking disappeared. He said his people. What did he mean by his people? I think Walter's family is rich, Irish way back. I'm pretty fucking sure this isn't the fucking Irish. You need to calm down, man. We're all scared here. Fuck, I need to get out of here. Arturo, we're leaving. You can't leave. And I'm just supposed to take that for fucking granted? No, I'm leaving. I can't be in here right now. I can't. Just take a deep breath. We should do this together. We're in this together, Sam. This is all some fucking joke. This isn't real. This is some kind of fucked up prank. You can all go fuck yourselves. I'm leaving. Nora, are you okay? She's bleeding all over the floor, you guys. What can we do? Let me see her. Don't touch it. I'm a doctor. I just want to make sure you're not going to bleed out. I want you to describe what you're feeling right now. My fucking arm got blown off. I know, darling, I was there too. Wait, what's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Is she going to be okay? I need help. I need somebody to go up to my room right now. I can do it. There's a small white bag inside of my suitcase. Okay, I'm on it. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Arturo. I need your help to get her up on the kitchen counter. You and Rick. Rick, darling, we need you. Rick? I can help. Thank you, dear. I have the white bag. Marvelous. Now, you get her. Now, get her onto the counter. Fuck, that hurts. I'm going to need clean towels. I don't know where they are, but there has to be a linen closet somewhere in this house. Yeah, I can do that. All right, everyone who is just standing around, just staring at me, kindly fuck off and let me do my job. I don't care what you do or where you do it, but I need to handle this. Now, this is a transcript. And that looks like regular ass paper, like printer paper. The nice house on the lake. People are probably gonna die. Day 2. Good morning, darling. Morning. Did you sleep? A couple of hours enough. Is Nora okay? I'm not sure okay is the operative word. Yeah, shit, I'm sorry I didn't help. It's fine. Do we know anything else? We know what it looks like for someone's skin to melt off. The internet is full of that. Some people are talking about taking one of the boats out to see if there are any other houses on the lake. You should take a shower. The water pressure is incredible, and so is the view. The view? Go see for yourself and then come join us downstairs. I'm going to help make breakfast. Everyone is shaken, and I think they could use us keeping our heads on straight the best we can. Okay. As Ellie would say, can't, what'd she say in that? Can't deny that view. It's nice, isn't it? Hi, Rick. I'm sorry this isn't how I wanted the week to go. But if this is going to work, I'm going to need your help. Yeah, I wonder who's standing next to him. Oh, yeah, that guy. I found the wireless login. It's all digits, but it works. But it's all bad. There are just so many pictures of people with their skin melting off. I need a drink. I don't understand. If the whole world is on fire, why is the internet still going on? Maybe Walter left it up for us. He would, wouldn't he? I can't get into my DNC email, but I can get into my Gmail. Fuck me. What? There are just some people who wrote me a goodbye, said they couldn't get me on my cell. My mom. Fuck, I can't read this. I'm sorry. Molly? I just can't. Hey, I'm here. But Cam, I know, but we can't think about that right now. I'm here and you're here and we're okay. What's the matter? Her husband didn't get the invite. Walter only invited her. Are you kidding me? No. The last Washington Post headline says that it appears to be a coordinated global attack, that the president is dead. Unclear who is left to replace him. Last headline was about 80 minutes ago. Who's the most active here on Twitter? I mean, that has to be you, right? You or Sam, right? I don't even have a Twitter. Yeah, shit. Everything trails off about an hour and 15 minutes ago. That's when stuff starts going silent across the board. Fuck. Just calm down, Sam. You're just going to get somebody else hurt. What's wrong? What did you know? What? What the fuck did you know? I don't know anything. Jesus, Sam. You told him it wasn't a game anymore. You knew something about all of this. You knew something about all of this? I got a bad feeling. Why was he bringing us all here? What do you know? Let her go, Sam. I don't even fucking like you people. Why would I choose to lock myself up with you? Guys, there's a wall in the middle of the road, an invisible wall. What the fuck is happening? Why is any of this happening? Then you have a schedule that Walter made for weekly, things to do. The symbols, I'm assuming, are for each of them, different ways to cut, uh, like go through who's doing what. There's a lot there. I'm not going to read it all, but it is a schedule. And if you pause it, you can see for yourself. You're Ryan, right? Yeah, I'm Ryan. I'm Ronnie. This is Molly. You're both from Walter's high school. I remember him telling stories. Actually, we went to the all girls school across town from where Walter, Norm, and Sam went. Nora. Shit, right. Sorry, I haven't really spent any time with her since she transitioned. But yeah, that was our crew. And yeah, that confirms that Nora um, was the one who got her hand blown off. I believe she is a trans character in this. And I do like that, some people just like I try to just automatically when somebody says, "Okay, this is my name now," I'm like, "All right." It's not that hard to do that. Just the simple basic kindness is what people are really asking for out there, Just don't understand why people have such a hard time with that. You used to date Nora? Yep. And you were close to Walter? Yeah. But Walter didn't go to college with you. He went to college with Rick, Sarah, and David. And then Arturo and Naya met him through Sam and Rick. What are you trying to figure out? I don't know. Why me? He knew all of you for years and years. Okay, so she's the one trying to do the puzzling out. I didn't know that. She's the one that's going, okay, how are we all connected? She's trying to figure out this puzzle because she can't figure out where she fits in all this because she was the last minute addition. Why did he pick me? Eggs, darling? Yes, please. This bagel is actually good. Yeah, like really good. So what? It's a good bagel. We have bigger things going on. David, this is fucking Wisconsin. Heard. Walter said he brought a big bag from Bagel Smith in Brooklyn. Another long pause. What? Am I supposed to pretend he didn't say things now? He did. This is before he blew up the world and went all flesh tornado. So, are these the last fresh bagels any of us are going to see in our lifetimes? Can we not? I'm sorry, I don't know you very well, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I just want to have some fruit and a bagel before we face any of that again. Some of us have people still out there, and I'm not ready. Fuck. Sure, I got it. I don't know. Just put the extras in the freezer, okay? I'm going for a cigarette. It's Nora, right? Yeah. Sarah? That's me. How's your wrist? Converse All Stars. A guy I've known since I was 15 blasted it open with his fucked up psychic powers, so as you can imagine, it's great. Please tell me you brought like a suitcase full of cigarettes. At this rate, I'm going to smoke through my entire pack on day one in purgatory. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I bet the second you finish yours and head back up to your room, there will be a fresh pack waiting for you on your bedside table. Or that there's a room in here that keeps restocking when nobody's looking. Or if he's a real asshole, we'll find like a whole field of tobacco and we'll need to dry it all out ourselves and start smoking it in pipes. I'm not joking. You realize this whole house, maybe even this whole lake, it's built for us, like specifically for us. There are going to be all sorts of little treats we find for ourselves. You really think so? Yeah, I do. Well, come on then. What? I don't know how everyone else spent their night last night. Maybe they put it all out of their heads and just stopped thinking about it because it's too fucking awful. But I kept scrolling through Twitter and Facebook, playing horrible video after horrible video until I was crying so hard I couldn't hold my phone. And if anybody tells me not to feel all of that, I think I'm going to kill them. That goes double if I run out of cigarettes. So let's see if Walter had left us a big secret stash anywhere. Everyone, listen up. I found something that everybody needs to see. Everyone? Yeah, everyone. It's just outside. Hey, Naya, hold back with me. Are you sure? Yeah. It's a whole goddamn spa down here. Are you kidding me? Fuck, is this a sensory deprivation tank? It totally is. Who is that for? For all of us. Walter got really into them a few years back. He got me a $200 gift card to one in Milwaukee that I never used. Always seemed too creepy. Movie theater? Yep. Look at these books. There are shelves of how-to books. Stuff on building and repairs and boat maintenance. Anything on how to make the perfect cigarette? Not yet. Oh, that fucker. What? This whole fucking shelf is books and comics that he told me to read, going back to when we were teenagers. Huh. Look at this. There's a little key and a lock at the back of the shelf. Oh, God. This is how we find all of Walter's weird porn, isn't it? First, I just want to say I'm sorry for losing my cool last night. That's not who I am, not who I want to be. What is this about, Sam? I think I needed to see this, to accept that this is all really happening. It's different than seeing it in the videos. I was so angry last night. I kept walking along the invisible wall out by the road, trying to find some way out, but there wasn't one. And then I was walking back down the driveway and I was so angry and I saw this fucking statue with its sad face and I wanted to push it down. I wanted to hurt it. But the moment I made contact, I saw something. What did you see? It shows you your home, what's left of it. Oh, fuck. This is some kind of a joke. I promise it's not. I'm not funny. You just put your hands on it. Yeah? Oh, okay. So it's basically like the Cronenberg Rick and Morty mixed with the worst parts of the Bible, as they would say in an action movie. Yeah, that's appropriate. Fuck. Oh, God. Darling, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm thinking. Playing helps me think. It's strange. everyone's gone, and just the sound of the piano in the house and the sight of the lake out the window, it's so easy to pretend for a moment that we are just on vacation. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Rick, what if we take all of this at face value? We are we are the only people left in the world. Walter isn't human, and he put us here because he loved us. Okay, what if we do that? Everyone is going to start losing their minds, trying to get away from the house. But if we accept it all at face value, then the house is all we've got. And I think somebody in here needs to be the calm voice reminding everyone what we have. This could all fall apart so quickly, but look around. This is nice. We should keep it nice as much as we can. There's going to be an urge to just collapse in the face of all of this. The more people think about the world outside of this house, the less they're going to be able to handle it. We need to do what we can to keep people's heads on straight. Walter's itinerary, I think it still makes sense. People are going to reject it because they're afraid of him now. But he wrote it for a reason. At the very least, we should have dinner together as a group every night. A little structure will keep us all from going insane. We don't need to look the end of the world in the face. We can accept this all for what it is and make the most of it. Meanwhile, they're all seeing the worst things they'd ever see in their lives, while he's thinking about like making the best of it. And what if the others don't let us make the most of it? Then, honestly, I bet Walter has a plan. Yeah, there's some guns, some C4, probably some grenades, extra cartridges. But I can't do it by myself. I need you with me, okay? Yes. Yes, of course. I love you. I love you too. Always. Bum, bum, bum. Walter there, making sure, looking on. Creepy as fuck. So, I mean, yeah, how do you like move on? And there's, like I said, I would want to make the best of it if I could, but then there's that itch, right? We want, like, here's my thing is, if we're all dead, right? If everybody's dead and we're the last ones left, I don't know if, like, how I feel about, there's that. Some people say it's that human spirit. Some people call it the American spirit, but I just call it a human spirit of, like, fighting back, and always that we're gonna find some way out of this. There's always another way, but I feel like in this situation, I still would be like, you know what? I think I like being alive. I think I like being alive, and I think I want to ride this out. And I wouldn't mind being one of the first, humans to meet other aliens, if that's where this is all headed. You know what I mean? So, uh, there's the cover of issue number 3. And that was The Nice House on the Lake number 2. So, if you like what we're doing here, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave some comments. We'll be back talking issue number 3, hopefully sooner rather than later. I have to do these when I'm by myself because they're really hard to record around other people, especially when I'm doing all the voice work. So that's one of the reasons why some of these comic videos might take longer than others. But anyway, keep reading comics, be good to each other, and I'll see you all on the next video. Have a good night. Bye. Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.